recent study by Media Matters found that Fox News is obsessed with Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Now, you didn't need a study to figure that out, but this study does really highlight the number of times Fox News talks about her. So let me give you the details to that. In the 6 weeks from February 27th to April 7th of this year, her name, meaning AOC's name, was mentioned 3,181 times on Fox News and Fox Business. Not a day went by in that time frame that she wasn't discussed on the networks. Now, Stuart Varney is actually very transparent about this. In fact, he explains why they talk about AOC so often in this next clip.
We have an AOC segment every single day, almost every single hour. She's good for our ratings.
Well, she's bad for my party.
Oh, that's a straight statement. Very good.
It is. It is.
Okay, so AOC has been good for their ratings, but it's really about the type of coverage they do. They've demonized her in a number of ways. Brett, you want to talk about Tucker Carlson's attacks against her?
Yeah, it's you should go. The Media Matters for America did the work of poring over. Hopefully they have some kind of technological solution for this so they don't have to watch those hours and hours and days of Fox News, but they really poured through all of the hours and hours of that. And some things that they said were just ridiculous about her, saying that Tucker called her an idiot windbag.
Because Tucker is so smart.
Said be quiet and take a seat. Said that she would shut down the entire American economy. He said, I don't know, Alexandria, can we still have children? You're the boss now. If you say we can't reproduce the species, of course we won't. It's your call. And he brings her into everything. I mean, and if she has a tweet about anything, he will mention her above all of that. But what's specific about the way they do it is they use it to typify this boogeyman of the American left, which again, as I said earlier in the show, is representative of the general population on everything. You see on Hannity's show, he puts up this list of things that AOC is in favor of. And if you went through the polling on that, it'd be 60s, 70s, 80s. Oh my gosh, can you believe she wants to give free college education to people and it's just community college? Oh, what a crazy socialist. No, people like that. People just like that.
Yeah.
And he's denying what they want. And it's weird because Fox talks about AOC so much that there was one recent study that came out that found that Republicans know more about her than Democrats because Fox News talks about her so much. So if you're a Republican, you're more likely to have an opinion about AOC than if you're a Democrat because of this constant, 3,181 times in 6 weeks. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, they see her as, and again, I think there's a part of this that is commercially driven. I do believe that she is, again, good clickbait, good tune-in value, and to Brett's point, she can be painted as this extremist that is really representative of the Democrats, and should they regain power in any substantial way in Washington, we all as Americans will be subjected to this sort of extremism. So they take the Green New Deal, they take her every utterance and they cast it in the darkest light possible, and they say, see guys, this is the new Democratic Party. These are the Democrats 4.0, and this is what you're gonna have if you elect them.
Yeah, and there is a story in the New York Times about how Republicans, specifically the RNC, is polling certain fear-mongering talking points related to policies that AOC wants to pass. And so they bring her up as the boogeyman. And in reality, if you focus on what the policies actually say and what they would actually accomplish if they get passed, most Americans are in favor of it. I think most Americans want universal health care. Most Americans want to do something about the environment so we're not, reliant on fossil fuels and we don't have to deal with some of the problematic countries that we deal with because of oil. These are things that I think most people agree on, but the RNC does have, and Republicans in general do have, a very successful way of twisting things and fear-mongering about individuals like AOC and Representative Ilhan Omar, by the way, who we've talked about quite a bit today. Also, a statement from Media Matters. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is brought up constantly, even if the topic has nothing to do with her, as with the recent terror attacks in New Zealand. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing that they can tie her to that. It's incredible. Anyway.
Last thing, I think, again, the nuance is lost, as I believe you sort of had suggested. The nuance is lost in the case of AOC and so many of these, and all these policy proposals, including the Green New Deal. So they just focus on the fear mongering, as Anna says, and the actual texture of the goals associated with the Green New Deal, they're lost in the shuffle.
Yes.
Right, on purpose.
Right.
On purpose.
Of course, on purpose.
And it is proven day in and day out when they want to say Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, that is a Latin American name. She is from Venezuela and she will ruin the economy. They want to do that so bad. And their audience is so ready for just things to say.
Right.
They just want things to say.
They're
so they
ready
say
for that talking point.
And it's absolutely proven because it's obviously I haven't read the Green New Deal proposal that she put forward because these people still repeat that she wants, and Mike Huckabee did it the other day. Just saying, she wants to get rid of your cows and your planes. They made that up. They don't want to take you through all their reasoning because they've done such a good job of making everyone just kind of sit around the campfire and listen to these stories and scare the crap out of them and make them believe it. And the consequence is, we can sit around and say, they do a great job of messaging on the right. Or we can just message. We can just say what we believe. We can just say that they can go ahead and scare you, but I just want to get you a job and healthcare. That's all I want to do.
On the go? Don't worry, we got you covered. You can still listen to TYT at our new podcast network. Find us on Apple Podcasts, the Google Play Store, or at tyt.com/podcast.